Hey guys, my name is Troy and welcome back to the Kotlc fanbase. Today I'm going to be going over my top 7 reasons why I ship Sophitz, and I've honestly been wanting to do this video for a really long time, but I haven't because of all the fan art contest videos, so now I'm finally back to creating original content, or yeah, basically original content. And also it's perfect timing because this week Joey also posted another video called the cutest Sophitz moments. I'll leave that video up there for you guys if you want to check it out. So yeah, basically this is just gonna be a whole week of Sophitz content. It's gonna be great. If you're excited, make sure to leave a like on this video. If you disagree with this ship, please don't leave a dislike. That really hurts my feelings that you know, you dislike the video just because of our opinions. And I guess we'll dive right into it. Also, make sure to tell us what you ship in the comment down below. Do you ship Sophitz or Sophie? Also, just wanted to quickly say that I'm making some Kotlc face masks because like 300 of you guys said yes to the face masks and like 30 of you guys said no. So we are gonna do it. Sorry to people that said no, we're gonna do it. Anyways, let's jump into the video. So the first reason why I ship Sophitz is that Fitz was this person to introduce Sophie to the elven world. Like, if you think about that, that is something Keefe cannot do. It totally just like scores Fitz so much ahead in that game, in that running, because, you know, that's something that Sophie can never take away. Like, honestly, like having that like real and like really raw moment of like Sophie having to like, you know, basically tear apart her whole, you know, family. She has to drug her family and she had to leave, and basically they're never gonna remember her again. She's never gonna see her family again. Fitz was there to comfort her. He was also there to just kind of welcome her into the world, take her through all the basic elven needs and stuff. And even though he was like a little bit silent when she first started school, like he was still there to really get her through it. And I feel like just that initial relationship, the first elf she truly ever met, like knowing that she was an elf and stuff, like that's really important. And I think that's another reason why I think Sophie and Fitz have such a close relationship, because he was, again, the first person to, you know, talk to her and really share her struggles, because, you know, she's a telepath and stuff. So I just want you guys to kind of, you know, how do I say this? I want you guys to take that away from this video. And then my second reason is that Fitz was very forward and confident with his crush on Sophie and wasn't really afraid of her as much as like Keefe is. And I think that's another good point that I made, because like if you think about it, like Fitz is not afraid of his crush at all on Sophie. He made it very clear from even like book 4 that he liked Sophie. He tried multiple times to kind of reel her in for a kiss, and Sophie was like, what's going on? And she avoided him and she rejected him. But like there's multiple times in the series where he went for that, I guess, you know, date and whatever. And so I really like how Fitz was just a lot more forward and confident in his relationship with Sophie. He really wanted to be with her, and you know, he did. He got a solid book, and hopefully that's a sign that Sophie and Fitz are meant to be together, because, you know, Fitz really and truly loves her and wants her, but Keefe is kind of just cowering in a corner right now, and he's kind of like waiting it out. But like if you like someone, you can't just wait it out. You have to really go forward, and that's what I admire from Fitz. The next thing that I want to mention, which was very obvious and like very a big part of the series, was like Sophie always constantly talks about and like mentions in her little cute like thought diaries handsome Fitz is. She always says, oh, look at his teal eyes, and she always, I guess, looks at him like, and she's like, oh, he's a model, or he's like a rock star. And like even like when she first described him, and she's like, oh, this like he's basically a model, but like more relaxed style, and it's like doesn't take any effort. Like he's a model without effort, if that makes any sense. So yeah, basically I just want to say, like, she constantly points out things like this. She constantly talks about how amazing Fitz is. And even like, I guess I remember she had like these dreams when she was first entering the cities, like these beautiful teal eyes in her dreams and stuff. So she's basically never really, I guess, made it quiet in her brain that she liked Fitz, if that makes any sense. So number 4 is that Sophie's heart flutters every time, or she blushes whatever he touches her in any way, while with Keefe, she feels more like a friend with him. So I guess I'll give you an example. Like whenever like Fitz would like brush his leg against Sophie, she'd be like, oh my gosh, my heart's fluttering, I'm blushing. One time when like Fitz gave Sophie her cloak, she was like, oh my gosh, that's so attractive, oh my gosh, boyfriend goals. But when Keefe gave her cloak to Sophie, or his cloak to Sophie, she was just basically like, thanks, or whatever. So you can just really see like how the difference between like Sophie feeling about Keefe and Fitz, and just like the physical contact. Like if, you know, Keefe, you know, kind of bumps her or whatever, like, hey yo bro, what's up, and then bumps her, then like, you know, she doesn't really feel anything. But she does it with Fitz. She gets a lot more, I guess, warmed up and burned in her soul, and like heart fluttery if, you know, Fitz does something, then Keefe does something. You can see how Keefe gets like the Miss Malnournation treatment. Okay, I'm a ton of documents. All right, reason number 5 is Fitz is the perfect love interest with his golden status and his appearance. So basically, I want to talk about how like Shannon like writes him as a character and like represents him as a character, if that makes any sense. Like if you think about it, you know, I guess every author kind of does this, but they all write like these fairy tale romances that are sometimes kind of outlandish, and you can think probably in a real situation, if this were actually to happen, would Fitz really like Sophie? It makes sense that Keefe would, but would Fitz really? So it seems kind of almost like fantasy-ish. The boy that every girl in Foxfire wants. Every single girl, like, you know, gives him like presents in his like thinking cap and exams and stuff, and like he's just like the most, I guess, legendary boy in the whole elven world. He's like so golden and rich, and he has this big castle. Like, and then Sophie, you know, it just doesn't really make sense like to have them be like that perfect fantasy couple, if that makes any sense. And like he's like the perfect golden love interest as well, and so like basically they would just fit really well together. And I feel like again it plays into that fantasy element, that fantasy romance that a lot of authors try to play into. So I don't know if you guys can like sense what I'm sensing at, but like basically, you know, he's this amazing person, Sophie's not this amazing person, and so she's trying to make it work and make it seem like, oh, you can get the best people not with being the best. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, let's just get into the next point. All right, so number 6 is that Sophie and Fitz are cognates. Actually, I know a lot of y'all are gonna bully me in the comments about the cognates, but they have lots of trust established within each other, as you can see from the start. They were working on a lot of trust exercises. I remember Fitz was so freaking happy when he first got into Sophie's mind, because that means she trusted him. And just seeing throughout the whole series how they've gotten so close, they've worked through so many exercises, known so many of their secrets. Like, I don't think Keefe and Sophie have that kind of working relationship and know each other so well, because again, remember, like, Sophie found out about Mr. Snuggles on book 2. You can just see how close they are together. They're the closest characters of all the characters, I'm pretty sure. They're just really stinking close, if that makes any sense. And I just think that's gonna play a big role, like them being cognates, because what happens to their cognatum if Sophie gets with Keefe and then Fitz kind of feels bad about Keefe and Sophie being together? How are they gonna work their cognate relationships? Because I feel like their cognate relationship is a big part to the books, and I don't know if Shannon's gonna be willing to destroy that, because cognates can be very powerful in the future, I know that, and I feel like Shannon could do something really cool where Sophie and Fitz get like cool powers with their cognate stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I just want you guys to think about that too. Like, a lot of you are like, oh, they're cognates, which means Keefe is better, but what if the cognates means that Sophie and Fitz are better? Okay, and the last reason, my number 7 reason, is that Sophie can relate more to Fitz. It's just, there's a bug. Okay, you're gonna see a bug flying in the background. What is that mark? Okay, anyways, Sophie can relate more to Fitz than Keefe, if you think about it. Like, just within their abilities, like Sophie's a telepath, and she's been a telepath since she was like 5, and then Fitz is a telepath, and they first meet each other, which is another thing that I talked about earlier, and they both have the same ability. Like, it's all really connecting. I feel like all my points are connecting to just make this big strong heart of Sophie and Fitz. I also feel like Sophie can just relate more to Fitz because he is, you know, top of his class, where Sophie was also top of her class and top of classes of her being like really old. And then, you know, they're basically like just really brainchilds. They have the same ability, and I feel like that's why they just get along so well. Like, they're able to share their stories and connect, and they're able to just become better friends and better, you know, romantic relationship stuff. So yeah, I just feel like if you think about it, can Sophie really relate to Keefe that much? You just can't really think about it, because Keefe has such a different story than Sophie, and just like their backstories and stuff. So I don't know, I just wanted to take this video to kind of introduce some points that you guys might not have been thinking about with Keefe. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you got to the end, I just want to say this was a complete joke. This was so hard to actually come up with legitimate reasoning. These are legitimate points, I feel like, and even though I don't ship Sophitz, I feel like this video does kind of give you guys, the Sophitz shippers, the recognition that you kind of want. So yeah, again, to clear it up, this is not actually my real thoughts on Sophitz and Keefe. I do like Keefe a lot better, but honestly, just doing some of this research and making this video makes me appreciate Sophitz more, because it's not as bad as it seems if you just kind of think about it without Fitz and just more of like Sophie. I don't know, I feel like it's good. I needed to do a prank to you guys this year, and since I didn't do one on April Fools, this is your one. So yeah, anyways guys, if you enjoyed just this kind of fun video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel down below. Also, make sure to leave a comment. What did you think of the video? And legitimately, what do you guys think about my points? I really want to have a good discussion about Sophitz in the comments down below. Make sure to hit the notification bell. We have 2 links in the description at the top. One is like buy our merch and one is join our channel memberships. We have some cool fun merch and we're working on face masks and stuff, so make sure to go check out the merch store and link below, as well as our channel memberships. We started posting more videos on there and we have a Zoom call with our members soon, so we got a lot of fun stuff on there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in like a week and a half. Also, make sure to subscribe to my other channel, Troy Reads. Alright, love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye! Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's